I just thought I'd take a minute and I kind of thought I'd walk you through a new little pedal board that I built. I'm getting ready to go on a couple trips this summer and gonna lead some worship while I'm there, play some acoustic guitar, and this was a great opportunity for me to be able to go in and build a little like fly rig type pedal board. So I'll jump into this. Let's look at how I built this, and we'll do a couple more playing samples so we can kind of hear it and work through it together. So the HX Stomp has actually come off the pedal board for now, and I've just been using it to the side if I need to go direct, but been just messing around with it at my house, and so I kind of made this little thing and made this little pedal board. So we'll kind of walk through what it is and what's all going on. So right here you've got the MXR DC power bank, and it goes, it's like 8 or 9 outs of 9 volt, and then you got two 18 volt outs on it. So that's a pretty little nice thing. I was going to put it under this pedal board, but the feet on the pedal board is not high enough, and so it worked out okay to just put it on top. The only thing obviously it's powering is this Shure wireless unit, and then the HX Stomp itself. So on the side over here I have the doubling cable for the HX Stomp. And then, yeah, we start right here at the wireless, go into the Stomp, and I mean, that's it. And so over here, you've got, this is actually based off of the Worship Tutorials all-in-one patch. I made some tweaks to it, added some things, changed some of the amps out, but in general, it's what they have set up. So if you go get their free HX Stomp all-in-one patch, and make some changes, it works out really well. So really how this is set up is just there's a chorus, there's a mix up for the delay time, and there's a mix up for the reverb time, or for the reverb itself. And then over here I have this set up to use the Kinky Boost in there. So I added a compressor to this. I added the Kinky Boost. I changed it out. Worship Tutorials gives it to you with a, I think it's an 808 there. But I leave the air apparent on all the time, and so I just went ahead and I liked that, just that extra step up. And then the amp is an AC30 tone match from Worship Tutorials, along with the IR. And then you got a tape delay and a reverb from them, and so that's kind of how I have that set up at the moment. Foot switch B over here turns off and on the Kinky Boost, and this is set to the tap tempo. Normally when I run these kinds of things, I run MIDI in and run from Ableton or Multitracks, the playback app, right into the Stomp and set tap tempo that way. But I don't think that on these little traveled things I'm doing, I'll have that opportunity, and so this is kind of the setup that I'm using for this. So tap tempo, Kinky Boost, mix up and down for the reverbs, and then the chorus. And Worship Tutorials will tell you when they set this up, they set it up to think Phil Wickham's Great Thing, so that's kind of the feel you get. So let's just hear some of this together. This is the chorus. Feels very Phil Wickham, right? Very, very much that feel. Then over here you've got the mix back for the delay. So this is with it on. That, and then this is the reverb up. So you put all three together, you get some pretty crazy things. Yeah, so very Phil Wickham type thing. And then over here, finally, you just get that. You put like the reverb up and the chorus together. You really get that intro to great things. That kind of thing. So it's a really cool little setup that you're going with. The real thing is I'm actually going to use this a lot with an acoustic board as well. And so I have an acoustic preset in here where it's set up for a J45. I have their capture for the 1964, I think is what it is, J45, and using that in here to just give that a run and use that IR match on there. And so it's just going to be a really cool little setup. This is just how I'm going to use it for this summer, for these couple weeks. You know how gear goes. We tear it apart the next week to do something different. And so I'm sure that's what will be happening here soon. I hope this is a great tool to you to kind of see how people are using some things. One thing I will say really quick is when I set up this Ampro foot switch, I had to go into the HX Stomp settings on the computer and change foot switch 4 from expression to foot switch 4. I couldn't get it to do it in the Stomp itself, so I ended up having to go right into the settings, and that was the only problem that I had with this little switch. But it's $20 on Amazon. It does a great job. The board is $15 or $20, I think, on Amazon, and it fits in the tick for the mono bags, and so it's just a really quick, easy setup. So yeah, that's kind of the deal. I hope this is a good, like I said, overview for you, that it gives you some inspiration, that it shows you kind of what you can do with some of this gear that you have maybe just laying around. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.